You know, I've always wanted one of these belt sanders. And so this past summer, I guess it was, my sister moved and she gave me a lot of tools. Among them was this one. Her husband passed away a few years ago, and when she moved, she had to clear out all this stuff. And so she gave me this. This is one of the things she gave me, but it needs some love. But here's something that's interesting. It's a Pencraft. Pencraft was sold by JCPenney. I don't ever remember them having tools. I always shopped at their outlet and they had a lot of unusual things over there, but one of the things, I just don't remember tools. Well, if you can see that, it's upside down, but JCPenney Company Incorporated on the motor. So this thing works. I gotta figure out where to turn it on. Knock the breaker off. Dang it. Well, I plugged it in on another circuit, so let's see if that works. Damn. Well, I finally found a circuit that will let me turn it on. See, it works. So, this is the project that we're going to be working on next. I may even have to watch some YouTube to find out what's the best thing to do. Well, anyway, this is it, guys, and wish me luck. Well, the first thing to do is start taking this thing apart. Larger one to the front. They look like they're in pretty decent shape. That should clean up pretty good. Put everything back over there in the tray. Now let's see what's next. Okay, guess we'll start taking that box apart. Check this out. This motor's mounted with these old square bolts. You never see those anymore. Interesting. I said bolts, I meant the nuts. Well, here it is. Looks a little different now, doesn't it? All the bearings and everything that in these things seem to be okay. And let's check out this motor and maybe just clean it out. Might help it a lot. Probably got years of dust in it. I got some of this rust dissolver. I want to put some of that on there. So we'll let that soak in there for a little bit. Well, under all this rust, I'm finding all kinds of little things. There's not rust, but all this dust. Found this nut, hex nut under here. There. Look at all that gunk. Years and years of collection. Well, that apple rust sure did take the rust off of these old screws. This is one of those old square nuts. It's down to the bare metal. Stuff's good. It's around. Oh, here it is. That holds this. This holds the belt, and this is the main shaft here, so that it is now cleaned up. Got all the rust off of it. Bearings seem to work really well, so I think this one's good to go. It's kind of like a degreaser. It's like the belt has been rubbing into this here. I'm not sure what the fix for that is. Just leave it there and try to adjust the belt to where it won't rub against that again. Well, we've got to get this little clip off of here. And well, apparently we got one over here too. Yeah, we're going to have to replace that one. Just a little more persuasion. Well, this is the color I chose. Actually, I got this from the airline I used to work for. A lot of times this is a primer. All their stuff has a shelf life pretty much. If it goes out of date, then they'll either give it to the employees or they'll throw it away. So I was lucky to be around whenever they gave some of the paint away. And I just about ran out of it. I think I barely had enough of this paint to paint the sander. Assembly is about ready to start take place, I think. You know, even through all that, you still have to have your coffee. I don't know if I showed you yesterday when I took this spring out. It was covered in rust. Man, after being in this vapor rust overnight, looks good. And a lot of these, I guess these are stainless. They shine a whole lot better, a whole lot more once they come out of there. So I've been sucking them in there as well. Look at this one. It's like a brand new bolt. Well, now we're starting to put it back together. Comes the chores of figuring out where everything goes. I didn't video putting this thing on because it took a minute and I didn't want to bore you. So anyway, we got it back on. It's spring loaded now. Now, if you remember, I broke the other one, so I'm gonna have to figure out where to go get one. As you can see, we've got it back together. Just got the belt adjusted, got a brand new belt. Tomorrow I'm gonna start on the motor, get it all cleaned up. Let me know what you think of the color. I think the color kind of matches it pretty well. Well, today we're gonna take a look at our motor. I wouldn't take it apart, except I think it's been in a wood shop for so many years and it's collected so much dust and it's probably corroded in there, and I wanted to kind of see what kind of shape it is in there. So well, this pulley is just a little stubborn. It's loose, but I can't pull it off and I can't tap it off, and perfect. Yeah, excellent. By the way, this is the only part I had left over when I disassembled the belt sander over there. So that's pretty good, just one part. Get all that gunk in there. Well, check that out. It's a good thing I decided to take it apart. See this wiring? This is bad. The insulation's come off of it on both sides. So that's going to have to be replaced. Well, since all these old wires and everything are so bad, I am going to have to try to get it repaired. I don't think I can do it myself because it goes into the windings of the motor right there. I don't think that's something that I can do. I've contacted a motor repair company. I'm waiting to hear back from them. Everything else really seems to be in good shape. It's just those wires. If we can get those replaced, I think we'll be in good shape. Well, we got our motor back. I sent it out to get repaired. I thought about buying a new one, but I really did like this one because, well, as you can see, it's got the Pencraft and the J.C. Penney Company name on it, and I just thought it was, if it was repairable or fixable, that, you know, it'd just be kind of cool to, you know, to keep the motor with it. It was a little pricey, but cost me $150. You can let me know in the comments if you think that was way too much, but I know a new motor would have cost me about the same, maybe a little less, depending on where I bought it. But no, I just kind of like this one. Well, let me get it mounted and then we'll try this thing out. Well, check this out, guys. I got it back together. Got a new belt, rebuilt motor, and I got to get a new belt though. This one's kind of worn, but it works still. And listen, it's perfect. You'll see this later. It's all back together now, ready to go. So this was a real fun restoration. Didn't pay any attention to it when I first got it. I received it from my brother-in-law, who passed away a few years ago. The wife gave it to me, my sister. Realized that it came from JCPenney's, and I don't know how long it's been since they sold, you know, tools. I'm gonna go back and do some research on that, and maybe I'll have some of that for you later. But all in all, it's a wonderful little tool, and I'm really proud to have it because it belonged to him and because it's such a good little tool. I sure do appreciate you guys watching, and I hope this was fun for you. It was a lot of fun for me, and to get this thing working great again, because like I said earlier, you're going to see this wrench again, and this is going to play a big part in it. Thanks for watching. Please hit that subscribe button because our channel needs a lot of help right now. We just went over 100 subscribers, and due to you guys, thank you. I'm just getting into the restoration thing of it. Scout Crafter and Big Vic, they all kind of inspired me to get into that. So we're in it. We're not getting out of it because we have a lot of fun. Ring that bell, subscribe, hit that like button, and send me a comment on what you think about this. And if you know any history on the this Pencraft, maybe you have one, leave it in the comments. And we'll see you on the next one.